Hello and welcome to the Adventures of LBZ. I'm your host, Lance Collins. And if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button. In today's video, I will be uncrating and setting up a 2022 Honda Monkey with ABS. Also, at the end, I will be doing a test ride. If you're new to these videos of me doing the PDI and test rides, these are at my work and I cannot play the background audio, so I play some music and do a voiceover. And as you can see, the 2022 Honda Monkey is made in Thailand. Some of the other bikes are made in China, some are made in Brazil, some are made in the US. It just depends on what bike or car or generator or whatever you're getting. First thing you're going to need to take this crate apart is a 10mm and a cordless impact. You can use a ratchet or whatever else you have. You're probably not going to be doing this though, because you're going to be the person buying one of these and not the person putting it together at a dealership. And there's actually not a whole lot to these monkeys when they come in. You're basically putting the mirrors on, charging the battery up on it, setting the air pressure, checking the chain adjustment, making sure the fuel's filled up, make sure the oil's height, everything works on it, and make sure there's no damage to it from crate shipping. It's pretty simple. So I'll probably just highlight, key points, or what I'm pulling out of this box. Like I just pulled up out of the crate there. It's going to have your mirrors, your owner's manual. There's two little washers in the back for when you're putting your license tag on, so that you don't damage the plastic holder on the back of it. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else in this box. And I think I opened this video with this is a 2022 Monkey with ABS, but they all actually for 2022 in the United States come with ABS. Also, they come with a 5th gear and an oil filter. The old ones had an oil spinner. They take the oil spinner off. They add a different cover and a 5th gear. The ratios on this one, man, you'll see at the end. It's quite surprising. I hadn't rode one of these yet, and this thing was definitely a little bit more peppy out of the box than my Honda Monkey that I have. I have a 2020, which is the 4-speed with the Honda or with the oil spinner on it. So I think it's got like 10% less horsepower than this actual 2022 does. As you can see, the only thing really holding this Monkey in its crate is 4 tie-down straps, right around the axles on this bike. And yes, I am cutting the tie-down straps. When you're doing this by yourself, you don't have somebody else to hold the bike. It's a pain in the ass to try to undo the straps, so I just cut them because we only have 13 gazillion of them from every single one of these that ever comes in, and a lot of other bikes, so we can afford to throw some of these away if I need to. And if you see the other drawers on my toolbox, I'm pretty OCD except for that one drawer there. It is just a mess. It's just a cluster catch-all drawer. So, yeah, that's why that one's so messy. What I did is I grabbed a 12 millimeter socket. You can also use, I believe, a 6 mil or a 5 mil. I can't remember which one it is, but there's an Allen in the center of this bolt that comes out that holds the seat in. Then you will actually tap the seat back. I don't know why I was trying to tap it forward, but you actually slide it back and make sure that you're careful and don't damage the tank with the front metal bracket that is on the front part of the seat there. If you accidentally go too far forward or to the side of it, it will scratch the tank. As you can see, that is a homemade Honda Monkey chair I made out of my Mac seat that I used to roll around on in there. The seat cover was tearing and they didn't want to warranty it at Mac, so I made my own seat cover. And now I will hook up the Noco Genius 2 charger to this battery and let it charge while I am installing the mirrors. And it doesn't look like that battery was on charge for long, but it really was probably on there for about a good 15-20 minutes. They do come about 90% charged. That thing just goes ahead and tops it off. I don't think it actually took me that long to put the mirrors on, but with how the video it was edited, it kind of looks like it was just popped on and popped right back off. But in reality, it was on there for about 15-20 minutes before I pulled it off the charger. And this battery is kicking my ass with these little battery bolts for the terminals, as you can see. That's why I sped it up, so we're not here for 15-20 minutes. Watch me put a battery terminal on. If you are wondering what size the mirrors are, it is a 14 millimeter. It's kind of the standard size on a lot of the Honda bikes. I know some of the other brands out there, KTM and stuff like that, they'll use like funky sizes, 12s, 13s. But on the Hondas, they seem to all be, or at least on the newer stuff, a 14 millimeter. And I'll go ahead and top off the tires to 29 PSI front and rear. If you're wondering, that is what they are supposed to be set at least for the stock tires. You want to check if you're putting something else on there, aftermarket, you want to check and see what that pressure should be by the sidewall of the tire itself. And you can see I set the bike up until it was level and checked the sight glass that is on the side. It doesn't have a dipstick, it just has a sight glass. You want to make sure that the oil is in between both the lines on it. You don't want it to be to where it covers the whole sight glass. I used the air blower to blow off any kind of particles that may have got on the bike in manufacturing or in the shipping process, and now I'm using the Honda spray polish and cleaner to go ahead and wipe down the whole Honda Monkey, and that way it's nice and shiny for the customer. probably wondering why I didn't remove the sticker that's on the back fender. That is another VIN number. I leave those on there so that whenever, you know, the sales guy is going over his final checklist, you know, gives him, he can check that right there for the VIN number, or he can check the front of the bike for the VIN number. But you definitely want to check a couple spots on them just in case. You know, we've had people, not here, but at other dealerships I've worked at, where they sell the wrong motorcycle to somebody and then have to go pick it up from them 3 hours down the road. Not good. I actually forgot to hit the button whenever I was putting the fuel into this, but yeah, I went and got a gallon of fuel and put it into the tank, and now I'm gonna just finalize wiping it down, turn it on, make sure everything works. You don't get to see a whole lot of that right this second because some people walked into frame and I had to cut them out, but yeah, this is what you get. And I don't know if you can see it very good, but there was actually like a haze on the top of the muffler cover, so I went and grabbed some Plexus cleaner, and as you can see, it really shined the chrome up there on the muffler cover. For some reason, usually the Honda polish will take that right off there, but it wasn't taking it off this time. And no, I'm not going to tighten these bolts all the way down and just use the impact. I'm actually just running them till they stop. And then I go get my torque wrench, as you will see here in a second, and torque them to what the spec was. And that's pretty much it for the setup on this. There's some things on the actual PDI sheet. You know, you go over, check all the levers, make sure they're, you know, within the spec that are supposed to be, make sure the chain is correct, make sure all the lights work, air pressures are set, rotors are wiped down. Some of that didn't get into this video because, like I said, people walked into frame or whatnot, and I had to cut that part out. But yeah, as you can see on this thing too, they actually changed the muffler tip. That's what I was pointing to a second ago, and changed the tone up a little bit on these. You may or may not be able to hear from the video. I'm just wearing a GoPro, and the audio is not real good whenever you get a little bit of wind with no mic sock on it. Any clicking or noises you hear in the background, that's my dog walking around, and sorry. This is the 2022 Honda Monkey 125. This particular year, they do all have ABS. They make them in yellow and black and silver. As you can see, this is the black and silver. Go ahead and go over the controls. Actually, this year they are different because they have a 5-speed transmission, and they got rid of the oil spinner, which takes a little bit of weight off the motor, and put a oil filter on there now. Your controls: throttle, start button, kill switch, front brake, clutch, high beam, low beam on your lights, horn, and turn signals. On the dash, you'll have set and sell or select, and basically it's just going to show you your miles and your 2 trips. There's no clock on this particular one. It also shows you a fuel gauge and miles per hour. There is no tachometer on this particular model. We'll go ahead and take it for a spin. First thing you notice is it does have a little better gear ratio with the 5-speed. Better now. This gear ratio, there's no dead spot in between. And a lot better, a lot better. In that third or downshift a little too far. And that's going to be it for today's video. If you're new to this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you liked this video, please hit the like button. And as always, thanks and have a great day.